basically plastered for, I don't know, however long, like a half an hour. Shirtless. Man, was it hot, like, because it's it was. Set me up, dude. So sweaty. And smelly. No, but they took a body cast of my torso, and then they made basically a replica of my torso. And then I put that on, like a real tight, skin-tight, like Nike t-shirt, basically, and then they wove it into that, and then they put plumbing into what looked like my chest. So it was a fake chest and stomach with tubes of blood, like basically fed into it. And once I got the shirt ripped off, which they had little tiny pieces of, it's called monofilament, like real tiny fishing wire. They had that tied on little pieces of thread on my shirt. And when I hit the ground, Randy, our special effects guy, just yanked all the threads and just ripped it all down. So it actually ripped. And then Toby, our special effects makeup, then hit the big giant plunger, and blood just started squirting out of my chest. The real crappy part about that day was that it took about 9 hours to film that scene. And after about 2 hours of filming, we had done the gag, so I had about 7 hours to sit in complete corn syrup, and that is not fun. That was one of the most miserable days because you're a giant popsicle. Leave that one alone. So there you go. Hi.
I didn't get much sleep last night either. I got distracted by Dark Angel. Very distracting. I was thinking last night, Misha in one of the ones coming at 2, you get to play 2 different roles. And I was wondering, if you had to do that, if you played Dean, and you could choose either Alex, Tom from My Bloody Valentine, or Jason T, play against who would you choose? And why?
To play against Dean? Gosh, I don't know. I think Alex is really the only one that could match him. Although Tom's a pretty nice dude. He's got a few screws to him. Jason, come on, you can't have like another heroic type character on a show that has one of the most iconic heroes of our time. He was a wuss. He would eat his lunch. And then take it back.
Can I just say, before they were doing your classical piano music on one of the episodes.
Oh, Dark Angel, yeah.
Yeah, Dark Angel.
Yeah.
Sexy thing.
I actually learned to play that. Yeah. It was Chopin, I believe. Yeah. And I actually had piano lessons for like 2 weeks. And I learned to play like the first 8 bars of the song. They never used it. Because then they brought in, Twinkle Fingers, and he was like, and they were like the most feminine hands. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. You get like a construction worker who knows how to play the piano. Give me some man hands for crying out loud. I hate when they do that crap. Hi. No. Just because now it's always about, Sam, what's wrong with you? It's just like, get over it. I'm very concerned about Sam.
Thank you. I have a really quick, it's not really a follow-up, it's just a question. Those red shorts that you wore, wait for it. It's a three-part question. What did you think when you saw them? What did you think when you put them on? And were they comfortable?
Oh, this is a good one. The funny thing about that outfit,
Other than the outfit.
was that in the description in the script, it says that Dean shows up in plum smugglers. Is what they were referred to in the script. Well, the wardrobe department called me in and said, listen, we're going to have you try on some shorts for the coach scene. And I put on a few, and they were just, basically had like athletic shorts, just regular like basketball shorts or something that were a little short, a little smaller. Like instead of wearing like a large, they got like something small, right? And I'm like, I gotta be honest. I don't think this is what they had in mind. And I'm gonna really kind of throw myself under the bus here and find you the correct shorts. I then went online with my costume department and said, that's them. I didn't know that. That wasn't even a setup. That's awesome. And because I used to have a coach in junior high school who wore the exact same shorts every single day. And his name was Coach Roach. I was so uncomfortable around him because of those shorts. And I'm like, those are the shorts I need. I need to find Coach Roach's shorts. And we did. That was his outfit. I basically emulated the coach that I had in junior high school. So thank you, Coach Roach.
Second quick follow-up question. How hard did you actually hit those kids? It looked like they got rocked.
Again, my idea. That wasn't in the script at all. And I came up to Bob Singer after I read the script, and he was directing the episode previous to it. And I went up to Bob and I'm like, hey Bob, let me show you something. The scene here, I think we're missing a very, very good opportunity to just nail a kid. And he just started laughing out loud, and then he didn't even say anything, just grabbed his cell phone and called Eric and goes, in scene 17, Jensen wants to peg a young boy. And I could hear laughter on the other end, and then sure enough the next day there were revision pages and that was in the script. And to be honest, I made it look a lot harder than it was. I didn't, it was kind of one of those things where I threw it with my body, but no arm. It's kind of like a... So I don't think he was happy about it. But, hey, he was on camera. Yeah, I've lost where we are. Are we over here? Absolutely.
Well, Jensen Ackles, so did you actually see he had one?
Absolutely not. No, I don't know. That was just kind of one of those things. It was like, hey, you want to come down and help me record this thing? Yeah, why not? That's his thing. That's his thing. That's what he does. It's kind of like one of those things where when I pick up a guitar and start playing and trying to sing, it's like, hey, it's fun. And then he gets on and I'm like, okay, I'm done. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
Interested in doing a cowboy film at some time?
Do what?
A cowboy film.
I would say yes, but then Brokeback Mountain came out. And my desire to do a cowboy film was completely tanked.
So, are we ever going to see you at the top?
You know what? Yeah, I'd love to do, but you know, I don't know. Westerns are kind of they don't have the greatest track record recently. You know, it's hard for a Western film to do really well with today's audience. It's not a well. What it is.
I was just wondering how you felt about being named this week's Torso of the Week.
Are you aware of it? I am unaware. You know, here's the thing with that picture. Your torso is coming up a lot. It's actually coming up on stage. Right there it is.
I'm not going to lie to you, I feel uncomfortable.
I hate this picture. I will get to that here. I don't really need to look at that. Here's the thing with that picture. That was a candid photo. As you can see, I'm like, that our on-set photographer happened to have snapped and he wasn't supposed to. And then I don't know how it got out, but it got out, and now, guess what? It's Torso of the Week. I probably should have worked out a little bit more that day. Maybe had a nice flex on. Maybe had him stand in for me. Well, thanks for reminding me about that. Lovely. Had a little love going on there, didn't I?
Heat. What is Heat Magazine? Are you familiar with the content?
Yeah. No, what is Heat Magazine? Is that that's like People Magazine, like it's a tabloid. So it's crap. Hi. But I highly doubt they're going to be like, sure, here's a gun. What else? What else?
Sam.
Yeah, I don't really know other than that, there's really that much. The leather jacket? Yeah, I think it's the what? The journal? What's with a journal? I'm gonna read it and like be like, oh, okay, this is how I kill vampires on a sunny day. What do I do that for? Let's call Eric. Hey dude, I got a vampire problem. Can you think back and tell me how to deal with it? Yeah, maybe leather jacket, the Impala, and my big trailer. But you know what? Honestly, the only thing I really take from things is the chair backs. And then I give them to my mother, and she puts them up in my room now. And my shorts. Maybe they'll get her hoses. Okay. No, I'm just taking Impala.
Do you think you're gonna get it?
Well, we got about 5 of them.
Okay.
Obviously, you know, all of them are in kind of different shape, and they're used for different things. So the one that I actually drive is probably the one that I'll try to sweet talk them into taking. I'm sure, you know, it's the thing, it's not just one. So like if Eric wanted one or Jared wanted one, there's others to be had, but I've got my eye on one. And then as far as other classic cars, I don't know. I used to drive a 1973 Ford Bronco, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. It's kind of a short, stubby, it has no top on it, it's just roll bars. That was fun for a while, but I gotta tell you, they're a lot of work, especially if you don't drive them all the time. And that's my problem, because I just don't drive a lot, because Big Cliff drives all the time.
I just want to say, well, Dean makes a comment about that they don't sell coffee in coffee shops 9 cents. It's actually true. They don't.
They don't sell coffee in coffee shops in Amsterdam? Gee, what do they sell?
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. So, there's no coffee in coffee shops in Amsterdam?
Since there's multiple Impalas, how do you guys refer to them? Is there like 1, 2, is there the crash car? Like what are their names?
There's a stunt one, the stunt car. There's the insert car, which is like one that just kind of sits, either sits still or they put it on the back of what we call a process trailer, which is where a big giant truck drags the car and all the cameras are mounted on the car and in front of the car and stuff like that. So like when we're driving, I'm not actually, I can just hands off the wheel. In fact, I'm doing this, you know, and then they yell cut, and I'm like, so anyway, we're turning corners and stuff. That's the process, or the insert car. But there is one that I actually drive. That's kind of, we call it the hero car. And then there's a couple other ones that they just kind of use as backup. Yeah.
What was your favorite catchphrase?
My favorite catchphrase? I gotta be honest, I don't know what the catchphrases are. I just say them, and if they catch on, then I guess they become catchphrases, so you guys are gonna have to tell me what they are. Is he having a laugh? Oh wait, that's the wrong show, my bad. Good show. What's that? Driver picks the music? Good one? Good. What? Oh yeah, that was Driver picks the music. I want some pie. would way rather be the jerk. You like that, didn't you?
Thank you, you look hot.
Dude, on behalf of the 12 men in the audience, Thomas got my 3D question right before we start. Skip on the other one. When you and Jared, you both have big horror films coming out, did that lead to any sort of one-upmanship or wages on who's going to do better at the box office?
No, oddly enough, it didn't. It was, I think it just came out of like, let's see, this could either go nicely or we could go very wrong. And plus, I knew that his would do better simply because it's a more popular name. Nothing to do with the fact that he was in it. So I do. I was actually very pleased at how well mine did. And then obviously he was very pleased. He kind of like broke records and stuff with his movie. But you know, his movie was a more well-known name, and it was had a much bigger following. And I mean, I didn't see it. I'm just kidding. I did. In fact, I drug him to the theater because I'm like, look, if I gotta sit through this, you're gonna sit through this. So no competition. Was all very, you know, good support from both ends.
Cheers.
Thank you. Yes, Jared has become my canine companion. I do have a dog. By default. My girlfriend, Danielle. Right? Love her. She called me about 2 years ago, and I was out. I think I was out playing golf. I was playing golf with you. I believe you were. Yeah. And I get a phone call, and she's like, "I bought a puppy." And I said, you're kidding me, right? She said, no, I couldn't stand it. They were there, and I had to get one. And I'm like, why can't I go to a rescue? It's like, well, because somebody needs to rescue them. Unfortunately, they just cost money. Anyway, I was like, well, what is it? Because I knew that it was going to end up, you know, I was going to end up having to take care of this thing. And she says it's a cockapoo. I said, what the hell is that? Please tell me it's like a big, giant, like, you know, huge, manly dog. No, it's great. It's half Cocker Spaniel, half poodle. Like, how big do those get? You know, 15 pounds. So needless to say, I was a little upset and turned off by it. But then when I got home and then I saw this like little stuffed animal, I was like, yeah, it's kind of cute. And that was 2 years ago, and so he has become my dog. His name is Icarus. Icarus has more ups than anything you've ever seen. The dog is this big, and it can jump. And whenever Jensen gets home, it just stands in one place and bounces. Isn't that camera in? Is there a camera? Who are 70 pounds and 120 pounds. And Icarus goes toe-to-toe with those two viciously. not fight, they're angry, but they will play so hard. In fact, at one point, Icarus was jumping onto Harley's face and like grabbing his jowls and hanging there. And all fun, you know, Sadie would then like take her whole mouth and put it over his body. And then he'll pop up and jump and go after Harley. And Harley's like, oh, what is this thing? And at one point, Harley swung his head and hit Icarus as he was jumping. And Icarus did a helicopter. Most amazing thing I've ever seen. So anyway, yeah, cat's out of the bag. I have some confidence. That brought it up. I didn't do it. Whatever. I think he had time for. You know what? When he lacks in masculinity, he makes up his personality. Very true. One more.
I just wanted to see what you were going to say.
Well, you also have to remember that Dean never stopped. Sam went to college. Apparently he's not watching the same show.
I win!
Fan of travel. Load of crap. That was a show. Too busy sucking on demons. I'm killing them.
Would be different if they knew from the start that their mother and also family were the hunters.
If our lives would have been different, if we didn't know that,
Yes, if you knew
that
from the
Mary
start.
and her family were hunters. I don't know, probably not, because then we would probably be part of the family business, you know? It's kind of one of those things where, you know, it took something to spark that action, that put that kind of ball in motion. So I think that if we had all grown up knowing what we were and what we were doing, it would kind of just be the same thing. It's just except it would have started, what, 6 years earlier?
So you think they wouldn't quit for college?
No, he probably still would have. He still was.